Hi, welcome into my channel, and today we want to look at how to reduce high blood pressure quickly from home alone. If you look at the statistics, high blood pressure has been one of the world dangerous diseases that kills so many people day in, day out, in Europe, in America, in Africa, and in many parts of the world. And anybody that have high blood pressure have been seen as a walking corpse, like, because it leads to other diseases like hypertension, like stroke, like cardiac arrest, and all that. So today we want to look at the various ways you can reduce this thing quickly from home alone by yourself. And I think what the first one is, you used to use your high blood pressure drugs. In one way or the other, if for you to know that you have high blood pressure, that means you must have been tested for the high blood pressure by visiting your doctor or going to the hospital, and you must have been given some certain drugs. These drugs are not just for fun. They have to be used. You have to use your drugs. It means that you have to do the right thing as prescribed. They are prescription drugs. So if you take this, then it goes a long way. But high blood pressure is not a kind of disease that when they give you drugs, don't take some of these drugs. They just leave it like that, and you're just taking them. No, as prescribed, you have to take them. So taking these things, then it means that you can actually do some of these things from home alone by yourself. You can reduce your blood pressure alone by yourself, and which seems to be easy. Just go to if you don't have the drugs, go see your doctor. He's going to recommend some drugs for you, and that's that. Then the next way which you can actually reduce your high blood pressure probably naturally from home by yourself or alone is to change your lifestyle. I've seen people who you don't know they have high blood pressure, but they smoke, they take alcohol, they take different type of things. We have to be tested. So when you're tested, you just need to change your lifestyle. Stay away from alcohol, stay away from smoking of cigarettes, and or some other people also do different types of things that doesn't go in line with high blood pressure, like eating of fatty foods and all those. So you have to just change your lifestyle and help yourself so that you don't die or you don't get another heart disease from this. So when you change your lifestyle, the better it works for you. So, and the next one is reduction of salt. Salt has a lot of havoc when taken in excess for people who have high blood pressure, because it contains sodium. Sodium is a melter, or a substance that alters heart operations when taken in excess for people who are over 50 or over 60. Unless you are told by the doctor to take salt. I think if you have diagnosis of high blood pressure or hypertension, then you can actually reduce your salt intakes. When you reduce your salt intakes, it helps you, and so that you can actually correct some of these things yourself alone, and you not die. You don't need to see a doctor. You don't need to buy high expensive medication. What you can do is just once in a while try to reduce your salt intakes, and that's all. Then as you are reducing your salt, you also use your sugar and oil intakes, especially oil that contains animal fat. Most oil that people take contain fat, but some people don't use that. They can actually go for plant oil, which doesn't have cholesterol. So when you take too much sugar, because if you have high blood pressure, too much of sugar can lead to diabetes, because of the body's operation is not that strong enough anyway. So that's that. So you can also reduce your sugar and oil intake. Then the next one, which I also want to talk about, is use of local herbs. I don't know about your country. I don't know about your area. But in the place I come from, in some part of Africa, there are herbs that can actually help reduce high blood pressure, like sandpaper leaf, like neem. They call it neem leaf, like the dongoyaro plants and all those things. They can reduce the high blood pressure very, very fast. And even in China, they have some other things they use, like ginseng, green tea, and all those things. All these local herbs helps reduce high blood pressure, and so many of them, and are very effective. So that's why they call it herbal remedy, herbal medications. So some herbal medications also work for high blood pressure, and you can reduce it alone by yourself naturally. So that's how it is. So put all these things together, you can actually reduce your blood pressure. And some other things can also work, maybe like eating of snail, and avoiding some other things that can push you. So then the next one is fatty foods. If you have high blood pressure and you want it to get lower, by doing it yourself personally alone, then you have to shun fatty foods. Fatty foods are not friends for high blood pressure patients, because fatty foods can contain animal oil. They are also resistant to junks, and basically they are processed foods because they have salt in them. So when you have animal fat, which is also cholesterol, and you still have salt in it, then they are no friends. These guys are no friends for you. So when you do that, then have a way of reducing them. So when you reduce fatty foods or go for fatty foods, then that's a home remedy for you to reduce your high blood pressure alone very quickly by yourself at home. So shun fatty foods, like maybe even junks as well, fried foods, anything fried foods, grilled. If you're a kind of person that eats barbecue, that eats meat pie, snacks, and all those things, they contain salt, they contain sugar, and they contain animal fat as well. So that's one of the things you need to consider, and you need to consider it very well. So all these things are self-medication, they are self things you can do for your high blood pressure, and that's and the other thing you can also teach yourself ways to sleep well. Sleep well, avoid thinking, avoid stressful activity. So when you sleep, your brain cells are clear, they are well in operation, your nerves are in operation. So you have to find time to sleep and sleep very well.
Yeah, the next one we are going to look at is stress. I noticed that people who have been diagnosed for high blood pressure before, or you have stress in yourself, you have this stress in stress work and all those things, then you have to deal with stress. Somebody very close to me had hypertension the other time, and the doctor asked the person. I personally asked, "What's the genesis of this hypertension? Which led to stroke?" And the doctor said it's stress. And so if you want to quickly get rid of high blood pressure very fast from doing it yourself from home, then you have to do away with stressful activities, late night work, late night browsing, night work, no rest, and all those things. So find time to observe your siesta. Find time to at least compose yourself to relax. So I think that's what's greatly, because if you continue to work and work without resting, without just give yourself a weekend, and that weekend you just tell yourself that, okay, I want to relax this weekend, and find a way of making yourself less stressful. So stress is also one major cause of that triggers high blood pressure. So you want to solve it now, just do less free activities, delegate your work, delegate your tasks, and find time to relax. No matter how young or old you are, stress isn't a great thing, and that's that. So the other one is exercises. Some people believe that people with high blood pressure don't do exercise, and I can categorically tell you that you can do some soft exercise. You have some exercises that you can do, like walking, speed walking, light jogging, and all those things. Those exercise helps a lot. They helps you to allow blood circulation around the body, and I can tell you that when blood circulates all around your body within the free period, then you'll be healthy, because you'll not be fat, and your digestion rate will be very high, your metabolism rate will also be very high. So if you do that, then I bet you'll be fine. So find less stressful exercise to do, because all these exercises they help you to be normal. They help your heart to work, function, and they help things to go well for you. So if you don't do that, then you'll be having issues. So that's that. So if you want to lower your high blood pressure from home as fast as possible, then get some good simple exercise to do, and you'll be glad you did. So I think that's that. We have come to the end of today's video. Please like our post, share it, subscribe to us, so that you can actually get fresh update on health matters from us. Thank you. See you in our next post.